It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray bails out of the pocket quick. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. On the move, headed right. It's the connection to James Conner. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Straight ahead, it's Conner. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From midfield on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Now Murray on the play fake. Caught near the goal line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down from the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover on the first series of this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And a decent pickup. They're going to have it up at the 43 after that run. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Man in motion here. 2nd down carry for Achane. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They start out with 3rd and 4. Tagovailoa back to throw. Achane reels. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Cardinals grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Murray. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now it's second down. One's complete right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Third down, Connor gets it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense up to the line fast. They snap it to Murray. Throw caught by his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Achane again on second. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins eager to get some points on the board. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Able to find Achane. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Tua again. This finds Smith. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Tagovailoa looking to throw here on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Sanders connects on the point after. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jordan Poyer has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 70 yards. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that is wide to the left and no good, but there are multiple flags on the field. Now, I think this drive is going to stay alive, and they'll accept that penalty. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. In motion, Hill. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Tua. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Purdy. Now trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Purdy will throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. In motion, Hill. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the sideline and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. In motion, Hill. They'll go. Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devon Achane. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this 1st half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Final play of the half. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, Achane. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Achane on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Tua's going to change things up. 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Keep the ball moving.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say to begin with? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing Tua right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take it right. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Keep pushing the ball down the field. Huge. Don't let us down. Get in the end zone.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they will take a knee here. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.